Assalamu alaikum. That was absolutely such a warm introduction. Thank you, Bibi. So, first of all, I'm honored and humbled to be opening this event today. And Bibi, thank you for asking me to come. We have an amazing group of speakers today. You are going to go home with so many tools, so much information that is really going to change and pave the way of your life. But before I get started, I do want to do a round of applause for the An-Nisa team. These are superheroes without capes. These people are changing our society and community by the day, by the hour. So can we give them a round of applause, please? And a round of applause to Bibi Khan for being such a pioneer, such an amazing woman, and a gem in our society. So Bibi asked me to come and speak to you guys about home is where the heart is. And when she said that, I kind of looked at her like, I don't know about that topic. I'm a strategist, I'm a business development person, I work with leaders, I do a lot of evidence-based research, lots of data. How am I going to talk about such a soft topic and make it go home with you guys today? So I started doing my research and I thought, wow, this is a lot of good stuff in here. And today I'm going to talk about home is where the heart is based on data. And Bibi really knows how to pick speakers and put them in the right topics because I think she picked the best topic for me and I thank her for that. Okay, so let me get started. You don't choose your family. They're chosen for you from Allah. And they're a gift, just as you are a gift to them. How many here are here with their family today? All right, are you sitting next to them? Okay, some of us are, right? Look to your left and look to your right. We can choose our friends, we can choose people that we associate with, but the family is one thing that Allah chooses for us, and Allah makes no mistake. Now I have to say, some members of our family are a test from Allah. And tests are good, because tests make us learn, and then some members of our family are blessings from Allah. This is one thing Allah has done for us that we cannot erase. Parents don't know the child that they're going to have. A child doesn't know the parents that he or she's going to have. Allah makes these relationships. And again, Allah makes no mistakes. So we have to value these relationships. A few years ago, my mom was visiting from Pakistan, and I work at MD Anderson. I get dressed up for work every morning. I put a lot of effort into it. I have my bag, I'm organized, I'm going to work. I come home and she's kind of watching me. And I put my sweatpants on, put my glasses on, and my hair pulled in a ponytail. And she looks at me and she's like, wow, you put a lot of effort in impressing people that you probably see 5-10 minutes. And the people in this house, you're not putting a lot of effort. So I was like, okay, I don't know what that means. She said, your husband. Your husband means so much, Nyma. He is the man that's in this journey with you for the rest of your life. And you're not putting a lot of effort into that. So I put some lipstick on, my husband comes in and he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. So did I miss something? So the family has really evolved over time. Right? In 1960, an average family household had 5 to 6 members. Can you believe today an average family household only has 2 to 3 members? The family size is decreasing. And a lot of us right now, the Generation X, we're the sandwich generation. We're taking care of our parents. We're also taking care of our children. So we also have multi-generational households. We are living with traditionalists. We ourselves are Xers. We have Gen Z, millennials. And everybody is very different, so you have to adapt, and you have to change your style depending on who you're speaking to. The family home has also evolved. Several years ago, 1960, and I'm trying to keep 1960 as kind of the benchmark, from 1960 to where we are today, an average family household, or average family home, was 12 to 1,500 square feet. That was pretty small. How many of you all remember sharing a room with your siblings? I have shared with my sister. Right? Usually a family home was 3 bedrooms, parents had a room, siblings had a room, brothers were in the same room, right? Today, an average family home is 3,000 square feet. The size of the home has doubled, the number of people has decreased. So there's a problem, right? We're living in bigger homes. We don't have the same amount of people living in those homes anymore. Lots of rooms in the house. Nobody to fill them with. So I love like sprinkling stories, and sometimes I get a little carried away with my stories. My kids tell me that, Mom, please don't add so many stories, but I love it. So I went to a relative's house, and there was a basket when I walked in. And the daughter asked me to put the socks on, and I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting. Usually in Muslim households, we take our shoes off. I've never been asked to put socks on. So I put them on and walked in, and I was like, what's the deal with the socks? And the daughter said, my mom doesn't like footprints. So it was kind of like okay. A white friend of mine came over to my house one day, and he said, I love the fact that all Muslims have museum rooms. And I thought, what does that mean? Right? How many of us have that one room you're not allowed to go into? Right? It's like the best room in the house. We look at it, look into it, and like, it's lovely. Don't go inside. Why don't we change that up? Why don't we go inside? Why don't we take the kids inside that room and have a special event or something for the families in the special room? Just an idea for you guys. So our families alone together. And I thought this was such a great word. Alone together. So hear me out. American families spend 37 minutes together. Let that sink in. 37 minutes of your 24 hours are spent with your family. The most important people that Allah has chosen for you. That's less than a high school period. Most kids spend more time in ELA and math and whatever. You spend 37 minutes with your family. That's pretty unfortunate. Research also shows that teens who have meals, at least 5 meals with their family in a week, it doesn't matter what the meal is, have better academic performance, better mental performance, and are healthier. How many moms shuttle kids around all evening? Right? We have our kids in so many activities. So my nephew is in so many activities. He plays the flute and blah, blah, blah. Once he was playing the flute, and I looked at my sister-in-law, I'm like, this is not his thing. Like, save yourself money and time. Like, this is not what he's going to do. Right? Be realistic about the things you're putting your children into. Is this really going to be something? Or she's like, it's great, music is great for the soul. Maybe you just want to listen to something and not waste an hour or 2 hours. Maybe use that time differently. Just something to think about. So a recent study done by Pew Research Center said 46% of fathers say they don't have enough time with their family. So for all the dads that are here today, I thank you for coming. It's a big deal. Mothers say, 23% of mothers say they don't have enough time with their kids. And kids say, for all the additional time we have with our families, we still feel alone. Because we are so distracted by devices. How many times at a meal you're sitting and everybody's on the phone, or somebody's in front of a laptop? Or you go out to dinner and you see people eating next to you, and everybody's on the phone, and you're like, what are they doing? thing that sustains us? Food, right? We need shelter, basic. Shelter, food, family. Shelter is so big, we don't know who's in the other room. When we're having a meal, we're distracted. When we're sitting with our family, sometimes it's sitting with people that we don't even know anymore. And so what is our solution? Let's go on a family vacation. And I have so many friends that come tell me that when they come back, it was a horrible vacation. I need a vacation for my kids, right? Why is that? So you're going from spending 37 minutes together a day to a week-long vacation with one another. And the relationship is eroded because you don't know that person. You don't know the likes, the dislikes, who their friends are, who your friends are, what are you doing, what are they doing. And now we've, in a hotel room together trying to make the best of our time because, we're away from home. Why do we have to leave home to enjoy and to relax and to be happy together? Why can't we bring that into the home? 10 reasons why family is important. Families set the stage for future relationships. If you have a loving relationship with your family, you're going to be a great friend, a great spouse, a great employee. 80% of the time. During challenging time, family is the people that are going to step up and are going to be there for you, and you're going to lean into them. Families can be an essential source of affection and encouragement. Families foster a sense of belonging. We all belong to someone, right? So I remember my parents were never on time for anything. Anything. My graduation, I was about to get my diploma and I saw my parents running. They're just trying to make it on time. But as soon as I saw them, my face just lit up. Because I knew they were there. I belonged to them. They belonged to me. No matter who was in the room, when you see your child come in, you light up. Because it's your child. You belong. Quality time with a family is linked to better academic performance. Families teach us important lessons. Remember the test? We do learn important lessons from them. Families teach us values. And the most important thing, the thing that you're going to hear throughout today is healthy families form the backbone of our healthy society. We have to have healthy family, healthy relationships within our family, because this is paving the next generation. Building a strong foundation. How do you build a strong foundation, right? What are the tools for that? You have to have division of responsibilities. Everything can't fall on the mother. So for the dads here today, thank you for stepping up. There has to be division of responsibility. And not just for the mothers and the fathers, but with the children as well. Proper upbringing of children. We put so much effort into planning a wedding. Do we put the same effort in planning for the marriage? We have details about what the venue, what are we going to wear, who we're going to invite. Have we stepped back and said, what is the marriage going to be like? How many kids are we going to have? Who's going to work? How are we going to raise them? These are important details. And when that shows up, we don't know what to do because we haven't put any effort into it. A strong family foundation provides the environment under which human values and morals develop. And future generations will be brought up in such a manner that it will continue serving civilization. It's cyclical, right? Do good, have good, it'll continue. And so why are family values important? Values give family an outlook on life. How many of you guys know what the family values are within your family? Have you ever thought about it? What are our values? What is our North Star? As a family, where are we going? What are things that are a must-have in our family, and what are those that we're going to refrain from? Even though we sometimes cannot articulate what our values are, they're definitely embedded in who we are and how we show up. Some of the top family values: faith, empathy, respect, honesty, flexibility, fairness, most importantly, unconditional love. So home is a place of peace and tranquility. In the Quran, in Surah Nahl, it says, "And Allah has made for you in your homes an abode." What does that mean? Allah has made for you in your homes an abode. Home is the place where we can go in, close the door, all the world around us, and feel peaceful and tranquil. So I want you guys to close your eyes. I promise I'm not going to do something crazy. Close your eyes. Think about opening the door to your home. You're standing in front of your door, you open it, and you walk into your house. What is the feeling you get? Is it happiness? Is it peaceful? Is it quiet? What does your house smell like? 2-day-old biryani? Right? Do you want to walk into the house, or do you not want to go inside? Your body is going to be telling you, and you're going to be having some reactions in your head and within your body about how you feel about your home. Open your eyes. If you had positive feelings, you're doing the right job. And if you didn't, Houston, we have a problem. And today when you go home, I encourage you to sit with your family and ask your children, ask your spouse, how do we feel about our family home? Is this the place that I want to run to or run from? I have so many kids that I mentor and I talk to, and some tell me that they love their family home, and some that tell me, I can't wait to get out. I can't wait to get to college. I can't wait to be on my own. Something is wrong if the kids are feeling that way. I have mothers that have told me that. I would rather sit at work for another 40 minutes than to go home. That's a problem. Or dads, after work, are coming straight home. Stop at a friend's house, go grab chai, or do, why? Why is that? The first thing once you're done with work, you want to go home to the people that matter the most. So secrets of having family fun. How many of us have fun with our family? Like real fun? Yes? Good, good. You do something spontaneous. I am not a spontaneous person. Never have been. I like my schedule and like to follow it. But every now and then, I try for my kids' sake. Wednesday evening, we're all going out to dinner. Even they get surprised. Like, what the heck's wrong with her? Right? We do celebrate the big things, the birthdays and the anniversaries. Do we celebrate the small things, the little things? Somebody finished Quran. We have a big Amin. What about a kid that just picks up the Quran and is reading? Or has read their namaz the entire week? Something to celebrate them and say, you're on the right track. And I'm with you and I see you. Find the silver lining. You know, we love to say, come have fun, come sit with us. As soon as the kid comes and sits with us, we start picking on them. Did you make your bed? You got a B last week on that, half of that, you shocked your teacher. And then we're like, let's have fun. This is not fun, right? You asked me to come down, I'm sitting with you, and now you're picking on me, right? How many times has your wife made a great meal and you said, Alhamdulillah, this was delicious, made my day? I know maybe it's her job or whatever. I got the dishes. You go rest. Even when you are doing tasks around the house, right? Your kids are washing dishes. Can't you just hang out with them and maybe talk? Communicate? How was your day? And listen to them. Most of us, when we're listening to something, in our head we've already formulated a thought and we're just waiting to like, okay, finish so I can say something. Are we really actively listening to our kids? There's so many hidden messages in what they're having to say. Just listen and just say, I hear you. Without a reaction. Turn off the devices, parents. You know, 5 years ago, there's been a shift. More kids were on devices. The shift is more parents are on devices. Daily things to do for a happy home. Make your bed. Simple. Don't let the dishes pile up. Meditate and pray together. Practice minimalism. And I love the fact that, minimalism, namaz, all these things are things that, our prophet taught us 1400th century, right? And now the West has come across these things, put their own label on it. Namaz has become meditation, having less is become minimalism, and so now it's become kind of, hey, this is something neat. We've been doing this all along. Minimalism is a very important thing. We need to go into our homes and think about all the clutter we have, all the stuff that we have that we don't use. Because we are using money to build quantity of things rather than quality of relationships. We'll go buy our son or daughter a $300 Xbox or whatever because they really, really want it. And a new game. That does not change the time that you spend with your child. That's more important and will pay dividends versus the items you're buying your kids or the items you're buying for yourself. So gifts from my family that I want to pass on to my children. I want you guys all to think about that. And I heard the speaker say this a few weeks ago and it really sat with me and it resonated with me. What are those things that are gems that I want to give to my kids? That's not materialistic. My dad, growing up, I always saw him do this. Not a very religious man, very spiritual. Every morning, he would shower and he'd pick up the Quran, read it, put it on his heart. And that's how he started his day, no matter where we were, what he was doing. I always saw him, I don't think he ever missed a day. And after he passed, that was something that I thought, my God, that was so beautiful that my dad did. So I started doing it. My husband saw me doing it. The kids started doing it. So it's like a gem that we passed on. What is that something you guys do? Maybe it's a celebration. Maybe it is how you celebrate Eid, the Ramadan. Right? So think about that. What is that gem or that gift you want to give your children? And what is that baggage you don't want to pass on to them? Because extra baggage has weight and comes at a cost. Whether it is hurt, stress, anger, fear. So I was talking to a family, and the kids were telling me that the extended family, every time we're together, anytime the kids are saying something, an adult butts in and never lets them finish their train of thought. And they say, well, we want the kids to be involved, but you never let us finish our thought or give us the respect to at least listen to us. So we don't talk, we just stay quiet. How many families do that? Kids are supposed to be seen and not listened to. Let's not pass that on. So if there's something that your parents did, don't pass it on to your children that you didn't like. And the importance of a happy home. Our prophet told us that a home provides security, provides safety, shelter, stability. It nourishes us. Not just the physical us, but the mental and spiritual us. It has to be adaptable. Hazrat Ali says, don't impose your time on your children because they are of a different time. As parents, we really have to adapt. I'm not saying to adopt all the craziness that's out there, but think about what your children are in today. Very different than what you grew up with. Whether you grew up in this country or not, most of us are immigrants, right? We came with a very different scenario. They're in a very different scenario. And if we don't change how we work with them, we're going to lose, for sure. We do not have to adopt, but we do have to adapt. home has to be relaxed, right? And we have to connect. And lastly, our home is a mirror of us. So if you want to see your home, look in the mirror. It'll be a reflection of you. And with that, I want to say thank you so much for having me this morning. I hope you've gone away with something.